Welcome back to a cast game of Age of Mythology Retold. We've got a celebrity in the chat here today. Well, in the game, rather. We've got Gamer Legion's Lord Doubt out here playing the Egyptians. Isis, a good pick, I will say. My favorite civilization to play. And Doubt, of course, coming from the AoE2 community. Pro player, big content creator, and you guys probably know him. He's a legend. And today, he's playing against another legend amongst mortals. We have Duck playing as Zeus. So it's going to be a Greek versus Egyptian match here today on the ranked 1v1 ladder. The map we're looking at here, this is going to be a watering hole featuring some of these choke points on the side, some kind of a land grab here in the middle for different settlements, lots of hunts and stuff should you choose to go for it. Also the back line, very easy to set up your markets, get your trade going later in the game. A lot of possibilities of what you can do, but I'm very curious to see how Doubt has been taking to Age of Mythology. Opening up pretty nicely here. He's got his villas on food, putting 3 on gold. I'm assuming the rest, he's 4 on gold. Wow, he's going really crazy on this. Now let's see if he's leaning into the benefit for Isis, which is the cheaper obelisk, and in fact, you see him doing it. So for Isis, the obelisk only cost 5 gold. So priests don't have a ton of line of sight, and you supplement that by building your obelisk, and you can run around and add those. Giving you that line of sight, you know where the enemy's movements are, going to really help you encourage your decisions throughout the game. Of course, scouting knowledge is always good in every single RTS. Now, I saw something I wanted to call out and make sure you guys know, because this is something that, you know, is a little different if you're new to Age of Mythology. But the gold mines, they are not squares, they're rectangles. You see this? And so what does that mean? When you build your storehouse, you actually want to build them on the side with the most service area. So it's going to be on this side of the gold mine. This is where you might place it if you're playing like an AoE4 to be closer to the town center, but really you want to put them on the side in this case. Just a little bit of optimization you can do, but something to consider as you're building those storehouses down on your gold mine or mining camp, whatever it have you. See the temple being built right now for Zeus. Zeus, of course, has access to that bolt at some point, can choose a unit to basically delete. Also starts with some extra favor. You saw he already has 10 favor, which can really boost if you want to do an opening, making a lot of minotaur, maybe go up and want to make centaur. You have some extra favor to get started with to do so. Zeus can be good in that regards. Okay. Actually, what did I say centaur? I think the Zeus, I think it's a Cyclops. Now I got to double check. I can't remember. Oh, no, I got it right. Yeah. Which one has the Cyclops? It's, yeah. It'd be Hades and Poseidon have access to the Cyclops. Yeah. Okay, so aiding up right now that we're going to see Athena. For Duck. Duck's going with Athena. That'll give access to the Minotaur, as we mentioned. Doubt going to be clicking up here momentarily, and he's going to be aging up with Anubis. That'll give access to Anubites. Some upgrades for the monuments. One of my favorite upgrades is the Serpent Spear, which is a deadly poison upgrade for your spears, which is really, really nice. And I think I heard some heroes being trained. One fun fact about the Greeks, you can actually train a hero, like you can train a villager or age up and still train heroes at the same time. So you can actually queue an age up and train a hero. They have 2 different queues, which is kind of interesting and kind of different in general from how most of Age of Empires works. And for other games, you can't have 2 items in a queue for a single building. So like you can essentially have a villager and a hero in queue, which is really nice for getting those heroes out early. Greek heroes, very good. And he's grabbing some relics. Let's see what relics we're going to have. That's going to be Pegasus. Pegasus Scout will appear. So he's going to get a free Pegasus Scout there with that. We see a Minotaur immediately in production. So he's going to have his free one from the start, and then he'll get a new one in addition. Where is that Minotaur? I don't know where it went. He walked out somewhere. Oh, he's got him inside of here. I don't know why, but he's got 2 Minotaur inside of the temple right now. Doubt putting a lot of villagers on gold. I wonder if he's going for a second TC or if he's going to go for a fast heroic. Something he could decide to do. Well, let's see. Did not use prosperity, by the way. I like to sometimes use this while I'm aging up to the second age. And it gives you a boost to your gold. Now, interesting, he did in fact build a second mining camp. I think he realized he done goofed a little bit. But wait, what the heck? He built mining camps all around this thing. I thought those are houses immediately. I don't know if he was trying to build houses or wanted to build a bunch of mining camps. I don't know. I guess he's just be more efficient as he goes around. There's that Antibite, a nice little quick moving myth unit for if you age up with Anubis. Good for chasing down scouts. Don't want to run into heroes though. You don't want to run into Jason. He is going to chase that. Need to be careful and micro that because heroes deal bonus damage to myth units. So in this game, you want to keep your myth units away from the heroes. He's got hippos and chickens there at home. Beyond this, of course, he's got berries as well. There's some hunts up here to the north if he doesn't want to go towards the middle of the map. He's also got some zebras down here on the south side. But Doubt still has a ton of villagers on gold. He's just now getting his pickaxe upgrade. I like to usually try to grab this while I'm aging up to the classical age. Just because you typically gonna have a lot of villagers on gold. With Egypt, of course, they're super gold heavy. One thing you know if you're playing them or playing against them. 3 Minotaur are currently inside of the temple. So as we kind of mentioned earlier, the Minotaur is really a great myth unit. You get a bunch of these and you get this bull Minotaur upgrade. He's getting another one too. Oh my gosh, these things are nuts. And I feel like the Egyptians, if you're not like massing priests, you're just going to struggle big time when they come. So this is going to be, I don't know if he's going to go for a timing attack suddenly. He's making some hoplites as well. It's very interesting. He's putting all of his units inside of his buildings. It's like he's trying to hide them. Here we go. It's a Minotaur party. He's popping them out. Will he get the upgrade? He's just now getting that bull Minotaur, which gives him faster and more hit points. Okay, now Doubt does go for that late to classical prosperity. This is the other option. You can get it towards during age up or get it towards the late stages of age 2 when you got a lot of villagers on gold. And that's what he's doing right now. Going to be buffing up his gold. He already has a lot of gold in the bank, so he doesn't do something with this. Now, he's kind of showed his hand a little bit. He sees that there's all these Minotaurs. And in fact, Doubt has so much gold, he could drop down a bunch of temples if he wanted to. Oh my gosh, look at them. They now got the golden axes now that they've upgraded to bull Minotaurs. They're very speedy units. Pretty crazy. Trying to get away from this is nuts. And I think he's going to be pushing the offensive now with this. Let's see if Doubt is able to hold on. It looks like largely Doubt has just built his first barracks. He only has a few priests around. That is not going to be enough to keep these at bay. So I'm a little bit nervous for him. What do you think, guys? How's it going to go? I kind of thought he was going to sneak up to the heroic age, but food is not quite there. And here we go. Here comes the Greeks. On the way. I can take that out. There goes that obelisk. One hit and it's gone. Oh boy, watch out, Doubt. Here they come. Here they come. Oh no. Not a great time to be building a second TC. Oh, his Pegasus sees it. Oh man. That's from the relic. See, relic gathering. Going into play here. He gets a free Pegasus. I think Zeus also gets a free Pegasus. Oh, it's about to be a slaughter. Villagers flying. Doubt in trouble. Minotaurs are showing up. There's hoplites as well. That second TC was just not fast enough. He was not ready for this bull Minotaur to come to town. Villagers getting smacked down right now. Not only that, but his TC did not get finished. Not a good look here. I've seen Divine out on ladder. In fact, I played against Divine and he did the mass Minotaur and is like, what do you do against this? At least with Egyptians, you have all ranged heroes, so you can kind of try to like micro and pick them off. But as you see here, they can take quite a beating for a while. Okay, gonna be taking down the Egyptian watchtower. He's got a fair amount of priests, so he's able to pick some of these off. I really struggle when I'm playing Norse against this because you only have a melee myth unit in the or a hero in the second age, and they just fling you away while the like archers pick you off or whatever it might be. But he holds. Pretty nice. I think Duck kind of overestimated the Minotaurs. Maybe he's been playing against too many Norse players, but the priests had no problem taking this out. They just sat there and turtled up. Priests, a very good defensive unit. A few pigs up there. So Doubt will be surviving the first wave of attacks. He also has access to snakes, by the way, the plague of the serpents. If I was in Doubt's shoes right now, this is when I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna try to age up. I've held this. We just killed all his units, but look at this. It looks like, well, both players have like, what, over 1,000 gold in the bank. Macro still figuring that out. Of course, the game literally launched this week, so you're just gonna see this type of stuff. I'm great, especially as Egyptians. It's like, you just put everyone in gold, use prosperity, and it's like, You have gold flowing out your ears. Okay, but Duck does not have any more army right now. That's going to be it for him. He's trying to build up some more military buildings. One hoplite's left there, but that's going to be going down. So it looks like Doubt's just going to follow up with his original plan, and he's going to put down a second town center. So we have a second settlement coming online, and actually both these players doing this at the same time. We've got Duck also setting a second settlement up, using a few less villagers on that. Rhino is currently being hunted in the middle of the map for the Greeks, and we've got a little bit of a lull here. Medium axemen currently being healed up by those priests. Axemen are good at countering other infantry. They're counter infantry, and then you've got the slinger, and these are counters to ranged soldiers. So they're counter ranged. Okay, a good game so far. Seems to be evenly matched. Both players very similar standings. Duck score-wise is a little bit ahead right now. Is that a wall segment? It is in fact being a little wall. So he kind of signals he's playing a little defensive here. Maybe is worried that Doubt might come with a little bit of attack. I'm not sure if he's going to, or if he's going to go towards an Egypt. With Egypt, you really want to get up to the heroic age to end games in most scenarios. Just because like these aren't very good at taking out buildings. Like sure, you can still get on villagers, keep them off hunts, keep them off gold. You can do that type of stuff. But if they're turtling up with a fair amount of archers, have towers, town centers, all that stuff. You see the Rhino going for a little bit of a skate there. You need to get up to the age 3 to have some siege available at your Migdol, not to mention those Migdol units that are available. So Duck is just going to be walling up. It looks like he's ready to age up. He's got the resources for it. He just needs to build his armory. Does he have an armory yet? He's in the town center. I think he's busy just trying to make sure his walls are online. He sees that army's coming, maybe a little bit nervous about what's about to happen with this. Okay, so no armor yet. He's ready to age up. He's ready. I can feel it. Doubt working on spinning that res. He's got his Pharaoh out here empowering the mining camp for additional bonus. And we've got our 2 settlements online, with Doubt definitely having the military advantage now. 70 military units versus 8. He can certainly pack a punch with this. You know, I mentioned you can't really take down buildings really well with this, but he could run around, just wreak havoc on the Greek economy should he decide to attack. We're not sure that he's going to. Looks like he's got some spearmen coming in as well. And he is getting that upgrade right now, the Serpent Spear, which gives them venom, which inflicts damage over time, which is always nice to have with your army. It looks like Duck is like, he's saving up for an industrial age, AoE2 age up here. He saved up all those resources. Okay, so Doubt is going to be going in, using the spearmen to work on that wall segment. And going to force his villagers to retreat. He has food to fall back to, though, back here, since he kind of went for the middle food first. So this should be no problem. You can kind of see how long it takes to take out like a simple wooden wall here with this infantry. So you imagine like trying to fight on our town center or something. It's going to take a while. And we see right now that Duck is training up some heroes. We've got Heracles coming out, and he's going to finally realize that he can age up. So Dionysus is going to be the age up, and that will give some benefits for Cav, but also give access to the Hydra myth unit, which grows heads as it does damage. Doubt can be taking another town center. He's got the 3rd settlement, so currently at 3 settlements. Economy in a really commanding position. Trying to push in here, and I guess the question will be, will Zeus be able to just hold on with this age up? He's got some archers, but the slingers with a little bit of micro would easily deal with them, and he is in fact doing that. We see the slingers microing onto those Toxites, doing plenty of damage, and he is using his infantry to take out the remaining archer ranges. We do see a watchtower upgrade there for the towers. And Doubt barreling forward, but we're about to see the Hydra pop out, but there's a fair amount of priests, so I'm not sure the Hydra really going to be that impactful at this moment. Kind of would have liked to see, yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, here he goes. 2 bull minotaur going to pop out as well as the Hydra, but I don't think he has enough. He could maybe send the priest flying with the minotaurs. Could be something he could try, but he looks like he targeted the slingers, and with that, you can see the priest very quickly working down those myth units. Less than now, the Hydra is doing a lot of damage over there. He's got a lot of HP, grows a second head, but he is going to be falling to this priest. Down goes the Hydra. Doubt looking very good. Sitting on the town center. He's got a good economy going on behind this, right? We got 3 settlements. He's going to fall back. This could be a moment where he decides he wants to sneak up to the next age, perhaps, and tries to get some Migdol units or some siege going on, or he could just continue to try to just apply this pressure as he chills here in the middle. We actually see Zeus with almost 2k food in the bank. Doesn't have the gold required, but like could practically go to the mythic age if he switched up his macro real quick, which would be kind of nuts. I mean, if I was sitting here with Isis in this position, I mean, I typically like Meteor is well, probably one of the more favorite mythic age god powers, but I could even see a case for maybe Son of Osiris right now in this matchup. Could perhaps actually be pretty impactful, but I always love going up with Thoth, going up, getting the Phoenix, Meteor, and you get Eye of the Kings. I mean, it's just really a great age up for Isis. Okay, and right now we've got Pegasus scouting around, seeing that there's extra town centers up there. Okay, and we do see some additional attack revealers being built. No, those are in fact going to be the barracks. Doubt is building up in the middle. Some Hippius in training for the Greeks. Lots of farms. Farm transition coming in for duck. Population, by the way, look at 217 pop versus 102. He has army size of 140. He's gonna need something big, and yep, you're gonna see it, guys. He's going to Nephthys, and let's see how. Oh, that's gonna be, yeah, that's Doubt. So he's going up to the 3rd age. Honestly, I don't know how Duck's gonna be able to hold this. He's just so far behind in population right now. He would need something really massive to turn this thing around. We have Ancestors and Serpents available, by the way, right now. Plague of Serpents. Also, Doubt could just sit here and bank resources for a second and easily age up Mythic as well. I thought I was going to sneeze, and now I'm not going to, but I'm sure now that I've unmuted the mic, I will. Oh, I hate that feeling. I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, don't sneeze in the mic, I'll mute. Oh, man. Fortress being built. Get him a little bit of a defense on the front line. Not sure that's going to matter, though, if this Egyptian army comes barreling in. Pegasus getting a little bit of a scout of the situation. And look at that. He's going to go for a 4th settlement. So one unique thing about Age of Mythology is you get more pop space by building and holding additional settlements. So I like this aspect of it. It rewards map control. Essentially, you're going to have a larger army because you're going to have a higher max total pop if you have additional settlements. So I like that. I always like when RTSs will give you a little bit of an incentive to take map control so that people don't just turtle back all day and just absolutely destroy you. Lots of slingers in this army, by the way. I feel like a swift meteor right here would do wonders for Duck. Maybe be his only chance to get back in this at the moment, but score-wise, not too far behind. He's got his farm transition set up, so his economy doing pretty fine. He's got this gold. We'll run out of this over time. Okay, here comes the Egyptians. He did not bring any siege. Has a lot of slingers. The slingers don't do much damage to buildings. But he can pretty much kill whatever he wants with those. Here we go. Baron's being used right now for the Greeks. We see Ancestors used as well as the Serpents and Restoration. What the heck? I feel like he used that Restoration a little early in this fight. Can't help but to think, but is able to buff up his army. We see a lot of Hippius there, but just the army count is like not even close. This is a massively Greek-favored matchup here. Look at all these units. That's what we call an Egyptian death ball here, out of Doubt. Oh my gosh, he has boats! He has boats! We've got a lost ship out here from the Ancestors. He realizes he can't find an undead army in addition to that Egyptian death ball. GL's Gamer Legion's Doubt will be taking the victory here today with Isis. Looking very good. I think it looked like Duck was really trying to lean into the Minotaurs. Expected to get a huge pickup when he pushed out with that, but essentially they just got absolutely demolished by the priests. And with that, kind of shut down his original attack. He had a lot of investment in that. And it ended up setting him back for the rest of the game. Doubt was able to go back and get his second TC, then added, of course, his third and his fourth. Take a look at the total military units you just see. Just continued to bank up an army, get a large standing army, and eco-wise as well. He lost a few, but is able to come back in it. I'm actually interested to see total resources gathered. Yeah, is that total gathered actually? Let's see. I think it is. All resources collected. There it is. So at the end, Doubt really pulled ahead. But with that, that's going to be our casted game. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. Leave me a thumbs up and a comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one.